Hello, everybody, welcome to the Psych Investigator. Hello, everybody, welcome to the Psychic Investigator. I apologize, I have some stains here from hair dye. I try my best. I know you people can sympathize with struggle, struggle, because I dye my hair, so, and I'm sure I'm the only one. I remember one time someone left to come and say, it happens to me, so. I know I should put their trick is to put Vaseline around your hair, but I don't have Vaseline, so it's fine. Okay, it's not a big deal. The big scheme of things, it is not a problem. So, with this video, I'm going to make this video about the situation that happened in Kentucky. Now, I want to preface that by saying that as I posted something yesterday, a really interesting article about Thomas Massie and his long-term relationship with it. So it's interesting, there's a lot of people a lot of those, especially a lot of conservatives too, that held on to the whole Epstein thing, and people seem to have not forgotten about it, but forgotten about everything else. We're not friends, right? And there's things I forget because, like I said, I've never paid much attention to him, but he has voted twice against an anti-lynching bill. So not technically, he's a person who is okay with lynching. Like that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable to me in any shape or form. That's not something I can consider. It's not okay. It's not. Now, having said that, it's pretty obvious that he was popular. Like it's not that he hasn't done great things. I'm sure. Like nobody's perfect, right? But at the same time, you have to ask yourself, what is the line, right? And for me, that's a line I can't post. The other thing, he introduced a bill to remove the U.S. from NATO. That's another thing that is not okay. That's not something I could get. I can compromise on. So those types of things, right? So I'm not a fan, but still, he was very convincing. I do think he seems to care about the victims, and I don't think it's completely like, how do you say it? He's not completely insincere, but he has jumped. I've said this before. The thing with like Israel is doing horrible things in Gaza, without a doubt. But what I think a lot of pro-Russia people would ever have done is that they have used it to use Israel as a scapegoat for every single thing. When in some cases, it's not true. We have so much evidence of Russia meddling in the elections. And so this has been it's a long playbook of theirs to push for anti-Semitism. This is a real thing, okay? So, and it's not that I'm supporting BD or Israel. No, I'm just saying it's a thing. And unfortunately, a lot of people fall for that, like, because when you have a clear, it's a boogeyman for every single thing, what that does is that it hides, right? It's like, oh, suddenly the Russians don't look so bad, huh? But you have to we had Mueller report. We have so much information about this, and this is a guy. But anyway, so honestly I don't even know the name of the other guy that Trump pushed, and I really encourage you guys to read the article I posted it yesterday, saying that Thomas Massie is not our hero. But having said that, it's pretty obvious that there was something strange going on there, and so, and and this is this tendency, guys, to really to project sometimes. I saw people say, "Oh, I know he's gonna go fight for, he's gonna expose the election." I'm like, no, why would he? And then this is the thing that I think that the game they're playing is very sophisticated. And this guy, has he shown actual evidence from Epstein files that I'm sure he's read, right? I do not think he's gonna go after the truth, because he knows the truth is gonna harm his people, right? Because when you dig deep down, the whole thing with satellites, right? Who is it? Like, I know there's long story why what else is involved, but it is. So he's not going to expose that. Never, I don't think. Okay, that's just my 2 cents. But oh my god, guys, it's so funny. This building is so cold. It is so cold. the air conditioning, and I don't know, maybe I had a protein shake earlier today. Usually that somehow increases my rest. I feel the heat afterwards, and I had to. Okay, it's funny. I bought these capybara slippers to wear to the like inside the office because the air conditioning is just so distracting. You know when it gets so cold, and I have to wear I have to bring a blanket. I have to bring, but I realize it's because it comes from the floor. It's little vents on the floor. So let me show you. Do you want to see my capybara shorts? It's I'll show you another time, but that's what I'm wearing, and I'm like, now I can take off my sweatshirt. And they're saying them because it's how for the first time I'm in the phone booth and I'm like not freezing. It's interesting. Wow, what happened? So anyway, so let's look into what's going on in Kentucky. And also, God showed me, if I just don't believe, because I just don't believe. I'm not cynical. I just don't believe it. Those people are ever like, oh, he just had a change of heart. Even like we can still agree on a lot of those people, like MTG, right? She says some very sensible things sometimes lately, but that still doesn't hide who she has been, and you judge that by people's actions, right? Because she's saying nice things, does it mean that she will actually do something, right? I think that's not true. That's not likely. But anyway, that's because I think this, if you look further into this, and I recommend looking to this man named Dave Troy, he has documented this. They have this plan to align the far left and the far right, right? And to be like, oh, yeah, we're all together in this, and let's just take everything down. And it's like, some kind of like Bolshevik revolution thing. No, I'm serious. So, anyway, but that's not, I don't want to get into this, but let's just say the point is what happened was the protection, like after protection, a beautiful ray of lights coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I fill my lungs as I breathe out. I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that I create the good, not the good. So what happens with in Kentucky? So I see this image of two men, and one is the Trump is behind them, and Trump is behind one of them, and he has these ballots like behind the guy that he chooses, and he's getting the number, like they have the number of the ballots that went to the extra ballots mean however many votes more Massey got. And then he's like, okay, just give me more. And there's his fake ballots that went to the other guy. And they were monitoring everything just to make sure that he gets exactly whichever many more they need to win. So yes, cheating, yes. So no, it's interesting. Someone said, like I said, because I've never been into this guy. I've never felt for this. And something I meant to tell you, when the Epstein trial happened in New York, I went in person, and I sat in the overfilled whatever room. There's an actual courtroom, but there's like other rooms inside the courthouse where they would show on the television what was going on inside, right? And I saw several of these like far right figures. Cernovich, he was there, and so I think they're exploiting this, and it's not new. Okay, so it's not doesn't make sense. So anyway, so I didn't look into the whole election yesterday, like the election or the results of this. And someone wrote in the comments, "Oh, Linda G saw him winning, Massey," but I still think he won. You know what I mean? Technically, he won, but they cheated on his numbers. Okay, so I think it's very likely what happened here. And then, I don't want to get too much. I want to do this in a whole other different video, but I'm just going to ask then what happens next. I mean, how is this going to be stopped? Because even though obviously I don't like him, I don't think he would help us, especially with any economic issues. He's actually very hardcore against any kind of social program. So the point is that, but this election cheating harms every single person, right? So we'll see. We'll see because, and I also, like I said, I want to know. I highly doubt that this guy didn't know. Oh, it's a surprise to him that cheating happens, especially if it's posted off. Come on, I think he knows, and I don't think it's him. But let's see. We'll find out. Okay. All right. So let's see what happens. What happened? Now we saw what happened, and what is Massey going to do about this, or is he going to do anything at all? Oh, interesting. I see him talking to Steve Bannon. And Bannon thinks this thing is going to go down, and they don't. Okay, interesting. They want to take over from JD Vance and even Rubio. So that's why they're positioning themselves as like these like likable guys, right? Somebody that could be believed by the other side, quote unquote, because look, he stood up for the victims, right? And I'm not saying he didn't. He did, but he said things, right? But when it came to voting, right? I don't, it's interesting, right? Anyway, so that's that. They were so he's just has his arms crossed. So what that's no, he's not gonna do anything. He's gonna play, he's like, I'm a victim. I'm above, I'm not gonna no, I don't feel like he's gonna do anything about it. I also think Vanna knows that this is the game they play. Come on. And I see that Bannon is aligned with them. So, okay. Is that right? Yeah. That's what I pick up. So let's see here. Let's see what the cards say here about Massey and if he's going to do something to challenge the results. Okay, so let's see here. All right, I have to, I have this awkward clip. I'm gonna have to unclip this thing because otherwise it's, it can fall. And unfortunately, I didn't bring my, little platform to tilt the computer for a. So let's see what's happening. What happened with Apple? What is Mass gonna do? What happened is gonna do anything about the results. Wow, okay. So let's see. Can we do this? Yeah, let's see. It does a problem. It just takes quite a lot of the screen. Yeah, so sorry. So here is poverty, right? And then Queen of Pentacles women, this could also mean funds, the White House upside down. Oh my God, that's great. I have to move so that the light turns on again. Okay, hello. Okay, let's see. Okay, anyway, so again, interesting. Now the White House created the painful ending. Now let's see, could even be, oh no, just looking at it. So let's see here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And I have slightly different, this is a gift. Now, gift is also corruption. Okay, so let's see. Gift. Prison, interesting. Holding woman. Journey, something foreign. So, oh. Now, imprisonment sometimes doesn't have to mean just prison. It can mean stopping somebody right here. I wonder even if this one could be Kamala because we have these cards that are really okay. So this is the Italian card. I actually wanted to buy this one. I bought it here in Brazil online. But oh, look, for a long time. That's it was so cute. This is like a reproduction. Okay, here is theft upside down. So caught. Illness upside down. So this could be the sick man of the EPS also. Losses. Okay, interesting. So lots of losses. All right. So all right, and then the next. And I'm getting, as I'm showing you this, I'm getting they did to him what he had done to Kamala. Oh wow, look. This Lenormand has two for the people cards, they have two of each. So here is interesting, right? Here is a deal. That's right. Of value is deal. Okay, this is government or institution. So White House upside down, women. That's right. Ill, sick man had a deal. That's right. It does look like it's the EPS dude who stopped him. Also, it's saying because it tells me it was like the pixel genius. I don't know. That of course Trump felt like he's threatening him personally because he wants to share the information about what happened with APS, the APS files. So Trump feels like it's personal for him, right? So interesting that you have again the women, right? Issues with the women that he could put that's right. The men are caught and they could go to prison because of the women. And now here is the heart, but it could mean love, but also something sexual that has been going on for a long time. And he has incurred losses because of it. So ultimately, yes, it is this is the thing, and that's what it looks like. It looks like it's a painful ending for him. Okay. Now the next part of the question is what happened to the results? I mean, the guy, this wasn't legitimate either, right? This election in Kentucky. So what's going to happen to is it going to be annulled in the future? What's going to happen? Or what? Like, what's going to happen? Oh, it says a primary. It's a primary. Okay, here. Official person, the military. Man. Elect. This is a card that I've used for elections. Choices, right? Elections to elect something. The house. Okay. I like to, okay, another one here for man or woman. Okay. Something because it does. Okay. That's right. So official looks into the theft of the election. Okay, let's see. Because these cards are big. All right, so let's see this. What it says. Okay, people talking or chatter or all even bots. Okay. Answer something really important. Sickle removal of something. House. Wow, interesting. Wow, the house twice. I don't think it's the House of Representatives. I think it's the White House. Okay, good. Okay, messenger comes. Conversations. So married women. Now, married women doesn't necessarily have to be even women, but it's the business partners. Okay, could be meeting, shitty meeting. Now, here, if you look at the context of these cards, 19th century men and women did not hang out, so it couldn't be in sex encounters. Okay. So, all right, let's see here. Okay, celebration of oh wow, that's it. Dark secrets coming out. That's right. Making plans. Irregularities. That's right. So you know what? It's interesting. It shows me in the vision as I'm telling you this that there is like an election commission kind of. But first, of course, Trump has to go. Then they have to do this to pretty much all the elections. They have to have a new election commission kind of because there's so much stuff. And so that's what I get here. Now, another question is what's going to happen by the midterms? Okay, what's going to happen by the midterms? Because it's right, we're almost there, right? So if they continue to steal like that, what could stop? I mean, like I said, I still think that big things have to happen. Nothing small, right? Minimum trash has to go. So where will we be by the time, let's say by the time the midterms have happened, right? Not by the midterms, but right immediately after with the results of the midterms. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Lots of else. Okay, just this is on the okay message. Community interesting. Now this card is it's for some reason this Kipper card people they're kind of created these new cards that didn't exist in the original. So one of them is community, and community is very current, right? So it's money over the message from the community. Okay, mature man, I want to know who. Okay, courtship means meetings. Okay, so where will it be after? The anchor, some success for a long time, public, and the public, um, hacking, losses, stress. Oh, I'll create an ending. Okay, changes. Okay, money upside down. Money. It's interesting because when you think of votes themselves and even ballots, this is also would be represented by this financial thing. So it's saying if they cut the financing justice. Well, finally, justice. Hello, how have you been? Long time no see. Oh, interesting. This is like transfers. Okay, you know what's interesting is in the past when I looked at the first Trump election, how they would transfer money. This is the part that I would see. It's legit. It's in Italian lightness. Sometimes the traditional meaning of this is like something light or something not super serious, but it's also a card transfer because butterflies they spread pollen, right? So here is now gifts, corruption, financial transfers of corruption, the enemy within, because the woman, and there's two cards of enemy in the Italian cards, the female and the male. The female is the one in the environment. And here's the fake friend upside down, the allies, the issue with the allies. So it looks like for a long time we have had this influence of money, and it will have to come to an end when the transfers are discovered. Here is a message, something comes out, successful message changes. This connects to the big money here. It's upside down, right? But it's about these shady gifts. Now, the community plays a role in the public in exposing the people behind the money, who is behind this money. And there's meetings. Now, this could even be the IPS thing. Okay, so there's meetings about the losses, and justice comes to it, exposing the people, the fake people. And it tells me even the fake, people like whatever, the guy, Democrat guy, whatever, the Polish guy. I remember I have to actually talk about him too. But it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It is insane, like when you think about it, all these things. So this is it for now. Okay, so let me just a quick vision. So show me right after. Oh, it's saying interesting. Okay. It's showing me that right after the midterms, I see Kamala there. I even see this guy Massie, but it's the truth is going to come out. We're living in a time of so much illusion, and they have created so many lies and so much illusion. But once it comes out, we learn the truth about everybody. It's one who finances them, where the money comes from, and the truth about the votes. So we will be in a very different world. Okay. So, okay. All right. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.